don't just worry about the views. That is the trap. That is what's killed my creation process 2 times, 3 times now. There's always other reasons. There's always time, there's always energy as a reason. But I would say that looking at your analytics is a total trap. Now, analytics are not bad. You do need to look at your analytics to know what is going on with your channel and how to grow. However, if that's the only thing you look at, it will kill you. It will crush your soul. And it doesn't help if you have wins. In fact, it makes things even worse. I could argue, and I will argue in one of these videos, you don't want, your big wins might be the thing that kills you. Because I remember getting a 10,000 view video and chasing that 10,000 view mark after that. And I got a lot of subscribers. I grew the channel a lot. You can see it on my YouTube channel, Super Simple Marketing. There is a video. If you sort by most viewed, it's very clear. It's 11,000 views as of 2026. It was fantastic. It built my new platform and my new business. However, I was always chasing that and secretly super disappointed every time I fell short. I never talked about it because you don't want to talk about that. You feel like on camera, here I am talking about it though. It's gonna make some ripping content. It makes a good story, and the story is everything, honestly. But yes, went from 11,000 all the way down to like, well, I'm getting a lot of 2s and 5s, which was thrilling for me because before that I was pulling 200 view videos. And you can tell that I thought a lot about the views because I could tell you these views, I could just rattle them off. The same thing happened to me on Instagram, mind you. And I quit Instagram. That was the year before the YouTube year. I have a video there with 20,000 views. I think you might even still be able to see it pinned to my Reels tab. The views kill me. Chasing views sucks because you're at the mercy of the algorithm. I mean, you create for the audience and the algorithm is your audience. But what you don't realize is, at least I didn't, is that it takes time to really know an audience and to really get to know them. You could get lucky once and you can double down on that. And I did. But I got discouraged because I never hit 10K again. I kept hitting 2K, 5K, 3K, 1K. And if, God forbid, I got below 1K, then I would be so sad. When in reality, you should be happy. That's the argument right now. That's today's argument. You should be happy. I'm going to explain that in short videos, but I want to talk it out here first because this is good for me. And the idea is worth a longer video. You deserve more than 30 seconds of this, right? And maybe that's going to be the call to action from this. Comment full video to get the full backstory. I like that. See, this is the way the creative mind works. I'm not even thinking that far ahead. I just thought I would make 3 videos. And now I'm kind of putting it all together. I'm an external processor, so this is another reason why it might be helpful for you to make long form videos. It also builds affinity as long as you can stay relatively focused. At least the customer is the hero, the viewer is the hero. Make the content that helps the viewer, not just to externally process your ideas. But to go back, and shout out me if you have ADHD, because that's me. You can comment that one. That's why this thing bounces everywhere. But the better thing to focus on is not the view count. The view count is one thing, but it shouldn't be your sole focus, in my opinion. I think you gotta be reflective. I think you gotta keep track of the big picture. Everything counts. You need to keep score, not just with that. I mean, first of all, you should keep score with money. Have you made money? If this is part of your business, treat it that way. Is this generating money? But don't think of it as something you're gonna pull the plug on if it doesn't generate money after 1 week, 4 weeks, even 12 weeks, even a year in some cases. But what you're doing is you're building a business asset. And I want you to look at the money as a way of staying encouraged. If it discourages you, maybe it's not the best thing, but also look at business that came in, right? Leads, money that was made. And besides that, you can look at opportunities that came in. Oh, I guess that's leads, but you keep track of that. Oh my gosh, I have a 10:30 appointment. So let me get into that. But also, I think you should journal. There's a book called The Gap in the Game. about happiness is the biggest predictor of success. So you got to do this in a way that makes you happy. Fall in love with the process. Look back and with gratitude and amazement, you're amazing at how far you've come. Look at where you started. Look where you are now. That's the easiest way to not freak out and get discouraged that you didn't get 10,000 views again.